Whoa. There we go. There we go. Lots of crazy. I went to play the intro, and the intro says the file not found. I haven't got my external drive of all my assets plugged in tonight. The hilarity of it all. Welcome to the Wake Up Show. No special intro tonight, but we're here. We have our sound effects. We have our graphics, of course. We do have our graphics here. There's our graphics. See? They're all working. Welcome, everyone. A big shout out to everyone coming in right on time tonight. We're starting a few minutes later than usual. It's about 1:15 the hour, give or take a few minutes, of course. Let's go back. Jump back one spot. Here we are. And do not mute the system sound for me. I need to be able to play my sounds. Well, it's a wake-up show. We're getting ready. Nimmin Live's coming up at about 9:30 Eastern today, about half an hour later than usual. So we're starting a little bit later ourselves today, just to get everything going. And let's give shout-outs to people coming in the stream, because that's what we do. Yeah, it's a bit funny without having some music in my ear and the intro playing. But we're going to get straight into it today. Before the stream, as soon as this was posted and scheduled, of course, Sweeney Does the Gaming came past and said hello. That's the one where he says hello. And I know Shelby's Corner came past also and said, hey. And then as we went live, let's give a shout out to everyone that's here. And of course, Sweeney comes in with Here Comes the Trivia. I can play that.
Here comes the trivia.
That's what happens. Michael's here. Welcome. Afternoon from the UK. Joseph Andrews is awake. And of course, as always, Super Dave USA is here with the hashtag Hewsonati. We've still got it on the right. Get the right hand there. Still on the board from last week. Hasn't changed. I didn't put. That's not my writing, by the way. I didn't put that there. Let's see who else is here. And Far Out Mind of Joshua McCrite. Welcome from Michigan. Good morning. Hashtag new. I like the hashtag new. Very good. Welcome to the stream. Also, we've got Movies with Colby says hi. And Check It Media is in with nice shirt. Yeah, I'm wearing my own merch tonight. This is some of my experimental merch. Got my own face on my shirt. Yeah, that's a bit of a thing, isn't it? So tonight, we're in the merch. And first thing I want to do before we get into it, look, the one and only Nick Nimmin is in the stream as well. Welcome, Nick. I just found out that you were on the tail end of Viper's stream, and I was just watching the replay just before I started streaming there, just to see what Nick had to say. Who else we got in here? And that's it. Super Dave USA is saying hi to everyone. So that's very, very good. Now, tonight we've got a couple of things going. Of course, as always, the trivia. Trivia screen is ready to go. There it is, trivia screen. And what I want to do is, if you're here and you want to share the stream out, you can do so any way you can. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. But if you're doing it on Twitter, make sure you tweet out stream. Make sure you at me, just like it says there on the thing, and I'll pull you up and shout you out, D. Nimmin style, of course. I'll give him the credit for that. That's all D. So there, put it on the Twitter, and we'll go and look at those in about 10 minutes or so. See, give you guys a chance to send those out. So let's go back to the screen. Get me on the screen. Here we go. Now, I do have the other thing that's new this week is the form for viewer submission trivia questions is up. It's in the description below, and also we already have one that was submitted during the week, and it's going to appear somewhere in the show tonight. And when I pull it up, it's going to look something like this. Let me do this. We can do this. Actually, if I do that, I'll give away who submitted it. I want to surprise them. It'll actually have the name. It'll be a different color, and it'll actually have the name of the person who submitted it. So what happens is if you put it in tonight or during the week, then it might get included next week. So that's how it's going to work. It's not going to be included in the same show because I have to do the graphics up in advance. And that's how it rock and roll. Let's hit the chat one more time. Public service announcement here from Nick Nimmin. Nimmin Live starting at 9:30 Eastern today instead of 9 o'clock. And I've already mentioned that as well right at the start, but we'll mention it again. We'll mention it also. I've got the old screen there that also mentions that Nimmin Live will be starting at 9:30 a.m. Eastern today. There we go. I'm all organised today. I like it when I'm mostly organised. Let's give a few more shout-outs because more people are coming in as we speak. As I can see, the thumbs up are popping in as well. Where was I? I was up to Donna. Donna's here. Good morning. Modern Day Tech is here as well. Let's bring that up. There it is, Modern Day Tech. Harshit is back again. He's here every week, as is Super Dave USA. And I think I've probably got some moderators lurking as well. I know Shelby's Corner is probably lurking somewhere. And we mustn't forget Lily Tree's just popped in. Hello, Doug. Hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome, Lily Tree. Lily Tree coming in at us from the UK. Lovely, lovely, lovely. We should crack on to the first trivia question, I think. I don't know. It's like I've got it lined up first, the viewer submitted question, but I don't know if I want to do it first. Should I? I'm going to hold it back and use it a little bit later. So remind me, if I haven't done it by halfway through the show, and my voice is going now, if I haven't done it by halfway through the show, say, hey, Doug, don't forget the viewer question. So here we go. Let's clear the decks and get ready for trivia. It includes all the pop-ups. So pop-ups stick to the pages instead of floating. So there's the viewer question. I don't want to bring that one up. All right, let's start with some geography. Here we go. Geography is always good. And the question is, Canada's highest mountain is located in which province or territory? Canada, I was going to say Canada for a second. Canada's highest mountain is located on which province or territory? Now we've got something new. Here we go. Let's see if I can bring this up. I've got my iPhone. I've got 2 minutes on the clock, so you can actually see the clock that we're going to run by. You won't hear the same buzzer because the buzzer's sort of on the stream deck. My phone will just alert me. It'll be 0. It'll be all good. I'll come up with a more fancy graphic next week, I'm sure. But here we go. Let's put 2 minutes on the clock and hit the start button. There's the countdown. 2 minutes. We're going to start jumping into the chat right away, see the possible answers coming in from you guys. So if you want to have a guess, if you know the answer, put it in the comments right now. And what do we got here? I know I'll answer questions along the way while we're waiting for those answers to roll in. Donna's saying, Doug, do you have a video on how to use TubeBuddy? I do not. I do not have a TubeBuddy video. I think highly recommend the TubeBuddy channel for tutorials. I think there's so much stuff in TubeBuddy that you'd have to break it up into covering each feature individually, like the keyword planner and the A/B testing of thumbnails if you've got the legend package and so forth. So I think you could probably do an overview, but I have not covered anything on TubeBuddy on my channel as yet. So I recommend for TubeBuddy stuff definitely the TubeBuddy channel, and then people like Nick Nimmin and Dan from Creative Fundamentals. He does a bit of stuff for TubeBuddy. Brian G. Johnson, of course. They cover some TubeBuddy aspects on some of their videos that are already up on their channels. So that's the answer to that. I'm going to jump in because we've got 30 seconds left. I'm going to jump into the answers for the question here. The first one I see here is Modern Day Tech says Yukon. And we've got Lily Tree in with Quebec. I don't know the provinces, but that's definitely a province of Canada, so I'll give you that. Fire out mine, Joshua McCrite, I can't even speak tonight, says Mount Logan, but we're asking for the province or territory. I don't even know what the mountain's name is, but Mount Logan could be it. Is it named after Wolverine? Maybe that's what it is. And the time's up for that question. So let me just turn the alarm off. And then we can also do this. Make that disappear. Yeah. Dan Norton's in the house. G'day, Dan. Welcome. All right. Let's get ready to reveal the answer. Canada's highest mountain is located in which province or territory? And, drumroll please. Yukon, modern day tech. You got it. Yukon, absolutely. Yukon, I think that's somewhere up north of most of the other provinces. So it's up in where there's probably a lot of snow most of the year round and ice and things. So up in the wilderness, as they say. Here we go. Let's clear the deck. Now, interestingly, the next question is related to the first question. So we're going to get straight into it because it's related. Here we go. Well, then, what is the capital city of Canada's Yukon Territory? The Yukon Territory, what is the capital city of the Yukon? And we better put that timer up on the screen. Here we go. Ready to set. And 2 minutes on the clock. So what's the capital of the Yukon? If the Yukon was the answer to the first question, what is the capital of the Yukon Territory? Now, I guess we're using the term capital loosely because I don't know if there's any large centres of urban centres in the Yukon because of its remote location. But there'd be a big town somewhere that is called the capital. So we're going to start highlighting the answers because they're starting to come in. And the first one I see, again, modern day tech is coming in with Whitehorse. Joshua, I'm just going to shorten to Joshua because if I say that every time, the far out mind of Joshua McCright, if I say that every time, it'll shorten the stream by years. Okay, it also says Whitehorse. I don't know where I was going with that one. Everyone else is saying hello. The first two answers are the same. Anybody else coming in with an answer? People still furiously Googling the capital of the Yukon. Super Dave likes to be contrary and has gone with Black Horse. By April, welcome to the stream. It's come in with White Horse as well. About just over 30 seconds before we reveal the answer to this one. After this, I think we'll go into the first lot of Twitter shout-outs. If there's anybody who's sharing the stream out, make sure if you are sharing the stream out to at me. It's Doug Hewson YT in the tweet, and I will give you a shout-out if you do that. And don't forget, if you want to share the stream out, you can just go below and use the share function on YouTube. And there's the time. Let's get rid of that. And let's get ready to reveal the answer. Quick. Sweeney Dustin Gaming says Snowfell. Shelby's Corner's gone with Beige Horse. There's a lot of and her modern day family says might as well add Blue Horse. We're going with all the different horse colours today. Lily Tree says at least I'm learning some Canadian geography today. Absolutely, I have no idea about Canadian geography either. I know some of the provinces, but I don't know all of them. All right, I'm gonna get into the answer here. What have we got for? Here we go. And the answer is, and let me say, somebody has answered it correctly, or several people probably. The answer is White Horse. So everyone said White Horse. Big pat on the back there. White Horse is the correct answer. Capital city of the Yukon. Make a note. Don't forget all the questions that we do tonight. I'm going to be sending over to D for Nimmin Live later. They're going to come up probably in about 6 hours time, 5-6 hours time, once we hit one tip trivia. And some of these questions may get asked. So if you know the answer, it means you've got that little edge on everybody else to get in first and get a tip for your YouTube channel. So that's always good. All right, we're going to clear that. And we're going to go over to, just a reminder, If you want to tweet out this stream, use the share feature on YouTube, whatever. Make sure you at me there, at Doug Hewson YT, and we'll get you shouted out. I'm going to jump on over to that right now. I've got to go to Twitter and make sure I've got this set up. Okay, let's see if this works. Here we go. Okay, here we go. pre-nimmin style. We've got the... No, they're over here. There we go. Got the iPhone up. I'm going to start scrolling down. See if there's mentions, I will be there. Here we go. Oh, there's pre-nimmin saying congrats to Sweeney Dunstan. And Sweeney Dunstan is the one who shouted out thus far and has added me on Twitter. Thanks, Sweeney Dunstan Gaming, for sharing the stream. And there's nothing else loaded, so that's it. First shout out. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that in a second. So let's go back. Let's change the scenes there right now. We'll get ready to get back into the trivia questions in just a second. I have talked about, what have I talked about? I've talked about Nimmin Live already. We'll rehash that again. Let everybody know, a reminder of the start time for Nimmin Live today. It will be at 9:30 Eastern this morning. So in about an hour from now, 1 hour from now. So yeah, make sure if you are sharing the stream, at me, and you'll get a shout out. I'll pull you up. Here we go. Next trivia question is, shall we do the... No, we'll hold off. We'll keep it a bit longer. Okay, let's go with the anatomy of the body now. Here we go. Which gland in the human body regulates metabolism? Which gland in the human body regulates metabolism? If you know the answer, pop it in the chat. Have a go. If you're right or wrong, here it doesn't matter so much. But have a crack. And I have a sneaking feeling that we may have done this question sometime last year. A sneaking question. I couldn't recall, so let me bring up that $2. That it's not a $2 clock. It's a 2-minute clock. There we go. 2 minutes on the clock, counting down. We're going to jump in, see what answers we got, or anything else that's happening in the chat. And Super Dave USA says, share and stream. Absolutely. And first in with an answer is Thyroid by Sweeney Dunstan Gaming. And we also got Modern Day Tech with the same answer, Thyroid. Up by April, same answer again, and Nick Nimmin also with Thyroid. We got some. I'm blanking out tonight. What's that word? Commonality. It's not the word I'm looking for, but that's what I mean. Consensus is the word I'm looking for. And you start with a C. Consensus so far. Any more answers coming in? We've got it revealing the answer in just over 1 minute from now. Super Dave USA is going with the crowd, I guess. Or he's looked up the answer or something. We've got some commonalities. Going with the crowd is definitely can definitely get you the correct answer quite often on this show, but not always. Predictor, welcome to the stream. A bit of a shout out there for you for coming in to the stream. Let's see. Lily Tree says, don't know what glands there are either. I'm feeling a bit thick today. There's glands. There's glands all over your body. I don't. I'm not a doctor. Nick Nimmin with the knowledge there. There's a gland. The pituitary. I can't even pronounce that. I'll let you in on a little secret. I purposely don't put words or complicated answers that I cannot pronounce. So that's why I try and pick questions and answers that I'm confident I can pronounce on the stream, because otherwise I'll be fumbling my words. All right, let's remove the clock and get ready to reveal the answer. And everybody basically who had a crack has gone with the same answer, which is thyroid. Is it the thyroid gland or is it not the thyroid gland? Let's have a look. And the answer is the thyroid. We knew it probably was going to be. Everybody was Right on the money there. Here we go. Let's get the next question. Let's go for a mathematical question. Mathematical. Because we like to do that. We've done we've done a couple of geographies. We've done the human anatomy. Let's go with mathematics. How many acres are there in a square mile? How many acres are there in a square mile? Now, here in Australia, we do use the metric system. So when we get to acres and miles, don't ask me. So let's see if anybody knows. How many acres are in a square mile? 2 minutes on the clock. Here we go. I'll give people a moment to Google for the answer if they don't know. I don't know if anybody knows if there's a mathematical formula to figure that out, or if it's just a common knowledge answer of how many acres in a square mile. Answers are coming in, so we're going to start highlighting those in a few seconds. First one I see up by April is first one in with an answer with 640 acres in a square mile. Joshua's come in with 1.32 acres in a square mile. Okay. My iPad just lost the stream, so give me a heads up if you're still getting the stream loud and clear, because my iPad just dropped. I'm getting the YouTube error there. Modern day family texts come in with 0.0015625. Super Dave USA says 640, as does Lily Tree. We've got about 50 seconds left before we reveal the answer. Up by April says, I wouldn't walk 500 miles. I get the reference. Sweeney says, I mathed out studying my YouTube analytics. Well, that can do your head in if you spend too much time on it, I'm sure, working it out. Sweeney says the stream is good, so yeah, keep me posted on that, because I lost the picture on my iPad, which I was monitoring with. So, but if we're good, I'll just keep rolling on. Monday is changing his answer to no, it's 640. Monday said he did it backwards, did the math backwards. He went, how many miles in an acre instead of how many acres in a mile. And there's the time. There is the time. Let's get rid of the clock. I think I'm just going to go straight into revealing the answer here. So I think the most common answer was 640. So let's see if people are correct. Are people correct? If you're correct, I think you're worthy of a fanfare. And there's the fanfare for 640. So everyone said 640. Well done. 640. All right. Yeah, just a reminder that now we're taking submissions for the trivia questions. So it's not up to me to go find the questions and answers, but you guys can submit answers, questions and the answer as well. The Google form for that is in the description below, so you can grab that link. Maybe go and find some questions later after the stream, or you can do it during the stream. However, it tickles your fancy. What happens is I'll probably use them in a future stream, like next week or the week after. If they're a question that I haven't done before, and it's a proper question and not like how much hair does Doug have on his head or something like that. Make sure it's a legit trivia question, like a general purpose, general knowledge question, whether it's a movie question or questions like the ones we've had tonight. Submit as many questions as you like. I'm open to as many questions as anybody wants to submit. And this is how you're going to get rewarded for submitting a question. Let's go to the trivia question. We're going to hit the one trivia submitted question that viewer submitted question, not trivia submitted question, that I've received during the week on the form, and it was submitted by. And we should do sound effects for this. It's submitted by Super Dave USA. And it's a movie question. Here we go. Who? And see, it's a different color. We've made a different color just to say, hey, this is a viewer submitted question. Who played Superman in the 1978 film? Who played Superman in the 1978 film? 2 minutes counting down. We're looking for that answer in the chat right now. If you know who plays Superman in the 1978 version of the film. So, definitely not looking for Henry Cavill. He would have been kicking around in diapers in 1978, I'm sure. This is probably a simple one for most people. Most people, if they're any knowledgeable about movies or superhero movies in particular, you'll know the classic Superman movie from 1978. And we're going to jump into the answers popping in right now. First in with an answer is Midnight Madness. Welcome to the stream, says Christopher Reeves. And also, Modern Day Family Tech is also coming with Christopher Reeves. Nick Nimmin participating tonight with mostly correct answers so far. We'll see how he's going with this one. Christopher Reeves. Everyone's in agreement so far. Movies of Kobe, Christopher Reeves. Joshua's coming with Christopher Reeves. One Day Tech says 1978 was a great year. 78. You're showing your age there. There's a bit of a hint of how old you are. Sib Dave USA says, it was a great movie. I expect that you probably liked that movie, seeing that you submitted the question. It was at the forefront of your mind at the time that you submitted the question. We've got 20 seconds, so I better get through these highlighted answers. Michael's come in with, I did with a bed sheet. Who didn't when they were that age? Youngster, put the towel or a bed sheet or something, pretend to be Superman. Hanging off the edge of the lounge, pretending to fly. Oh, and that 2 minute is up already. Wow, there we go. I'm just going to highlight a few things here. I said he only knew the answer because Eminem kept poking fun at him. Oh, my. Quiddy Roll is in-house. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Nick Nimmin says, Christopher Reeve without the S. That's not Reeves plural. It's Reeves singular. I guess you could say. All right, we better reveal the answer because the timer has run out. And here we go. Christopher Reeve. Is that the correct answer? That's the one everyone's going for. If it's not, then we're in trouble. And we might have to rewrite history. Hey, why is my system audio muted? How dare it be muted? And the answer is Christopher Reeve. Everyone, pat on the back. I think everybody said that answer, so I think that was pretty unanimous. Here we go. Christopher Reeve. He played Superman 1978 and in the 3 subsequent sequels, I believe. I think he did it up to Superman 4. I think there was 4 of them. If there was, I know there might have been a 5th one. How many Superman movies did Christopher Reeve do from the first one? How many were there? Did they end up doing 5? Because they got pretty silly towards the end. That's all I recall. They were very silly. All right, let's clear the board and let me see where I'm up to with the other questions. Here we go. Now, is Launchpad Astronomy in the house yet? I bet you we'll do this question. He'll come in 5 minutes later. But this is an astronomy question. Usually when I do an astronomy question, he's either here or he's not far away. So here we go. What is the hottest planet in our solar system? What is the hottest planet in our solar system? So we're looking for the planet, hottest planet. What is it? 2 minutes on the clock. What is the hottest planet in our solar system? Make sure you look it up or guess or whatever you like. Put it in the chat right now. And don't forget, all the questions that we're doing on tonight's show, I'm going to be sending over to D. Nimmin for Nimmin Live later for one tip trivia. So they may get brought up again. If you know the answer, that gives you an edge. It gives you an advantage. I'm going to start highlighting the question, the answers coming in. The predictor says, I'm a biology student. There we go. It helps with astronomy quite well, biology. Midnight Madness is coming with Mercury. Shelby's Corner came right in after with Mercury as well. Joseph Andrews with Mercury. Shelby's Corner says, or me. You're the hottest planet in the solar system. Interesting. Joshua's coming with Mercury. Interesting. Lutri says, I only remember 3, and that's talking about the Superman movies. And there's a couple other people who mentioned there was 4 total. Yeah, I have some recollection there might have been 5, but I thought 4 was probably more accurate. Predictor has come in with Mercury. I don't know how Lily Tree's other post came up there. I didn't even click on it. We'll get to that. I'm trying to do them in order. Art by April says Mercury. Lily Tree is coming with Venus. It's an opposing answer. Super Dave's going with Venus. It's now the tide has turned. It's gone from Mercury to Venus. Joshua has come in with Venus now. Up by April, women are from Venus. So Venus. That's one way of doing it. That's one way of working it out. We're about to reveal the answer. That clock is... I keep pointing the wrong way. That one there. Oh, I've got to twist my arm too much to point in that direction. It's over there. The time is up. Time to reveal the answer. Let's get the clock off. And so what is the hottest planet, I wonder? What is the hottest planet? The answer is... Venus. Venus indeed. Venus. Remember, Venus is like a hothouse. It's like with all the moisture in the air, it's like a greenhouse, so it holds the heat in. So that's why it's the hottest planet. And it's one of the closer planets to the sun, which helps. Leitri says, quoting Bananarama there, if you hands up if you're too young to remember Bananarama. I remember Banana. I can't even say it. Bananarama, out of the UK, I believe they were. Super Dave says the hottest women come from Venus. Okay. I'm going to clear the board now. It's getting a bit scary. The next question is a computer-based question, but we're not going to go there straight away. I'm going to go back and check the Twitter. I'm going to be bold and check the Twitter here. So let me open my Twitter again. Let's see. See if anybody else has shared out. So see who else gets a shout out today. And I'll be perfectly honest and say I have ripped this off Dean Nimmin. This idea. Here we go. Dan Norton is shared it out. There we go. Got a mention there. Very good. Very good. Let me jump over real quick to the notifications. Maybe something else has come up that's missed. Somebody liked a tweet that somebody tweeted. Whoop. So Dan Norton is the man. There we go. We get one shout at a time. Oh, let's get back to the other screen, shall we? I'm just popping out of Twitter in front of everybody live. Here we go. Let's see what's happening in the chat real quick before we get to the next question. Where are we up to there? Predictor says Venus is the second planet closest to the sun. That's right. Which is why a lot of people went Mercury, because Mercury is the closest. And it makes sense. You sort of, it's close to the sun. It's got to be hotter. There we go. Up by April, put her hand up. So that means she doesn't remember Bananarama's before her time. There we go. That's fine. We got the young, we got the old in here tonight. Let's jump on over to the trivia question. And I have to tell you how dry your mouth gets when you're talking constantly. So props to Nick and Dee for doing 5 to 6 hour streams. And the next question, that computer question that I mentioned before. Now, this should, for anybody who's into technology, they're probably going to get this straight away. But let's see what happens. 1,024 gigabytes is equal to 1 watt. 1,024 And 24 gigabytes is equal to what? And we need to get the clock up on the screen, which always depends on having it open on the iPhone. Here we go. And hit the start button. 2 minutes on the clock. Looking for the answer. 1024 gigabytes is equal to what? What measurement of bytes, I guess? Let's see. Answers are starting to come in. But before we hit those, a shout out to Flash in Your Pan. I believe that's a wave and not admitting that he doesn't remember Bananarama. I think that's a hello. So g'day. G'day. Sweeney Dunstan Gaming's first in with an answer, says terabyte. We'll lock that one in. Predictors come in with 1 terabyte. Shelby's Corner says 1 gigantic byte. It is pretty big. It's pretty big. Lily Tree says terabyte as well. Joshua's coming with terabyte. We've got terabytes. Flash Japan 1 TB, which is abbreviation for terabyte. So we're getting consensus for terabyte here at the moment. 58 seconds on the clock left. Super Dave USA has also come in with 1 TB. Excellent. Still consensus there on this one. But I said I suspected this one will be probably easy for most. Easy for most. I think some of my lights are getting dim in the back. I need to some LEDs and new batteries before next week. And a shout out, Old Car Auto Guy. Welcome to the stream. And Mike's here as well. Welcome, Mike. 1 million megabytes. Well, that I'll have to do the math on that one, but yeah, it's up there. I think that's in the zone there. Michael says 5 or 6 long 4K videos. True, and this is the timer. So let's get ready to reveal the answer. And is the answer here? Yes, the answer's here. I've got it lined up, ready to go. And the answer is, I'll use a drum roll. A terabyte. So if you said terabyte, which everybody did, then well done. Well done, terabyte. So that's the computer nerdy question for the night for everyone. So let's see how we go there. So if you said terabyte, that's the answer we're looking for. And we've got, how many questions we've got left? 1, 2, 3. I've only got 3 questions left. Wow. 3 questions. Yeah. 3 questions. 3 questions. And don't forget, if you've got any questions for me in between questions or while we're kicking out answers and stuff like that, feel free to ask them in the stream as well. If it's a non-trivia related question, that's fine. You can pop it in and we will talk about it if we can. And just as a reminder for people who are just coming in, tonight, Nimmin Live, or this morning, I should say, Nimmin Live is at 9:30 a.m. Eastern over on Nick Nimmin's channel, so make sure you go check that out. It'll be probably about 5 minutes after this stream ends. So go from here, go over to Nick Nimmin's channel. That's how that works. And the other thing we need to remind people of is now that viewers can submit trivia questions. So if you go in the link below, just below the first paragraph, there's a link to a Google form where you can submit questions and the answer, of course, for Nimmin, not for Nimmin Live. It'll get used in Nimmin Live, but for the Wake Up Show. So this time next week, we'll probably use some of those questions. I'll probably get a mix of questions that I've sourced and a mix of questions from the viewers, depending on how many we're getting, of course. Now, if we get to the point where we're getting lots and lots of questions, we might do a whole viewer-submitted show of viewer-submitted trivia questions. I'm happy to do that if we get the volume. So don't forget that link is in the description right now, so you can look at that now, or if you're watching the replay, you can jump on that link as well. You can submit. It's open and available all week long, so if you don't have a question ready to submit right now, you don't have to submit it now. You can submit it later on. So make sure you grab that link, maybe bookmark it or something like that. Anytime you come up with a good question, you can just jump on over and post that question for me. That'd be pretty cool, I reckon. And you, of course, get a shout-out like Super Dave USA did with today's viewer question, because it was only one. So we featured it, and Super Dave USA got the shout-out for that one. And I've got to keep hydrated while you do the stream. Okay, is this all playing? I seem to be. Is it playing? Just making sure everything's working here. I think it's playing. Oh, it's off the screen. Oh no. I'm looking right now. My lower thirds for my socials are supposed to show up there, and I was just looking to see what was going on there. Let's get back into the chat real quick before we get to the next trivia question. Anyway, Shelby's Corner says, make sure to like the stream. Absolutely, give it the thumbs up there, and we'll appreciate that with thank you very much from me right now. Thank you. And Joe's back. He jumped on his laptop just to get more active there. Ninja Amin 206. Welcome to the stream. Says, I want mod, please. That's pretty bold. I must say, that's pretty bold. The first time in a stream, and you asking to be a moderator. So props for being bold. So that's all I can say. But no, I want to make you a moderator. I don't know who you are. You are new. You know, someone like Sweeney Dunstan Gaming, who's here every stream, is probably closer to the top of the list to be made a moderator if I need to make more moderators. That'd be up there for sure. So, you know, I give you props for asking the question. All right. Super Dave USA says, Doug, the king of the mods. Yeah, I've got a 3-video moderation series so far, and at some point I'm sure I'm going to have to add some more videos to that one day. And as Joe says, in other words, Doug says no. But don't take it personally, because it's like, yeah, it's not something that is going to happen first time on somebody's stream. Can I be a mod? Moderation positions are earned by those who have them. Okay, back to the chat. I've got the trivia questions up ready to go. Joe says he hasn't had coffee yet. Yeah, I think after this I'm going to make a coffee. Shelby's Corner says, for me, I just held Doug's family hostage so he would make me a mod. Sense of humor is always good. Always good. Let's get to the next question, shall we? And it's the animal world question. The question in the animal world. What is the only mammal born with horns? The only mammal born with horns. Interesting one. I saw this question. I'm like, I have no idea. 2 minutes is on the clock. Let's see what answers people come up with, whether they're the correct answer or something maybe interesting. What is the only mammal born with horns? I think we'll get a cross section of answers on this one. I'm pretty confident we're going to get. Let's see. First answers are coming in. So first answer is Super Dave USA says goat. Midnight Manor says me. Up by April says giraffes. Interesting. Joshua's coming with giraffe as well. Predictor's gone with giraffe. That's all we got coming in at the moment. I've caught up with the chat real quick. There's more coming in. Here they come. People are pinging me on Discord for some reason. I'm seeing little pop-ups on my iPad. If you're watching, I'm not on Discord because I'm streaming. Come on, people. Lily Tree says giraffe. Super Dave says, or Midnight Madness, LOL. Okay, only mammal. So mammal, we're ruling out all the non-mammal creatures. We're ruling out, I'm not sure how many non-mammal creatures have horns. We're ruling out non-mammal creatures. Mammals are, mammals. And there's a certain subset of mammals that have horns, but how many are born with the horns already coming out the head? 15 seconds to go, and then we're going to reveal the answer. 10. It's getting close. It's getting so close that I'm going to get ready to do this as soon as this goes off. And there it is. I'm going to clear the shot clock off the board, and let's find a wonderful. Yes, for those who got it correct, I applaud you. Giraffe. If you said giraffe, pat on the back. That's the correct answer. So I think we had giraffe and goat was the main two anyway. Giraffe, so giraffe. Yeah. I had no idea until I saw that question. I went, oh, giraffe. Okay. There we go. Movies of Kobe says the devil. If only he was a mammal, that would be correct. And let me clear the board of that question. Here we go. Now we've got two left. I want to stretch them out a little bit. Let's see what people are saying. I'm going to go back to that one because I want to see if I can fix this while I'm talking. Here we go. Minomosis says the giraffe is the devil. Oh my. I thought they were cute little creatures that are in the zoos with the really long necks. Here we go. We've got a question. The predictor says, how to stream like you? Can you make a video explaining the process? Yeah, I can do that. I have sort of touched on some live streaming stuff sort of on the peripherals, which was to do with, there was one on streaming donations. What was the other one? If you don't have there was one like, if you don't have super chat, how can you get donations? There was a couple other live stream ones, but yeah, I need to get back and cover some live stream stuff. So we can talk about the process for live streaming on YouTube, which is going to be part of my YouTube for Noob series when I get to the live streaming part. I'm only at the part like the last episode was uploading channel art for the noobs on YouTube. The next episode that I'm going to be putting out for that is going to be how to upload a video. So we're starting with the real basics, but we're going to be hitting live streaming somewhere at that. So I'll talk about the YouTube process for starting a live stream, but I can certainly look at maybe some options for live streaming, whether you're on a PC or a Mac. Do we use OBS, Streamlabs OBS? I can offer some options which, if you don't have a real powerful computer, you can use an online-based streaming service so that you're not having to, all you have to do is send it your camera feed and do everything else. Now, obviously, if you're a gamer, you're probably going to need to go the OBS or Streamlabs OBS route because they're really, really focused on gaming. So here am I, I'm giving away all my answers right now. But yeah, I can cover that. I'll put it in my list for a future video. I don't know why. I don't know if that's the. Sometimes it's hard to tell which emoji that is. That's like the laughing so hard you're crying emoji. I think it is. I think that's what it is. Very good. And while I'm doing all that, can I grab that? I know why it's not working. It's the same reason my intro wasn't working. All right. Time to move on. The next trivia question. Here we go. It's a history question, particularly United Kingdom history. The Kingdom of Britain. Launchpad Astronomy's in the house. I told you at some point after we did that astronomy question that he would be popping in. And that was 3 or 4 questions ago. So there we go. And that question, just for Christian's edification, that question happened to be, I'll recap it now, what is the hottest planet in our solar system? And that was the question we had, and the answer was Venus, of course. So that was That was a question that related to the Launchpad. And I said he'd be by once I do an astronomy question. All right. Here we go. Who was the first Queen of England? Who was the first Queen of England? 2 minutes is on the clock. There we go. It's a history question. The first Queen of England. What was her name? Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. And predictors ask me, where's the timer for Nimmin Live? I actually set it tonight, so it should be up there, and I failed to put it up. There it is. There it is. Well, that's the countdown to when I need to finish for Nimmin Live. There we go. And I'll have to put it over there because it's covering my countdown clock. There we go. Let's see if we can highlight some answers that are coming in. Super Dave USA says Mary. Shelby's Corner said me. You're the first Queen of England, Shelby's Corner. Lily Tree says Mary Tudor. Sweeney Nuss is going with Elizabeth. Up by April's going with Mary as well. Sweeney does a game. He says, oh, wait, wrong country. Oh, I'm not sure how that's a wrong country. Because I believe there have been queens in England for both that have had the name Elizabeth, including the current queen is Elizabeth II. Here we go. Flash the Pan says, Brian G commented on one of my live feeds. Cool. You know, interesting things are going on when Brian G is lurking. It's like on Nimmin Live, he's popping in and out in the chat, but you know that somewhere out there he's lurking. Any more takers? We've got 5 seconds before we're going to reveal the answer. Look at that. That 2-minute clock goes real quick. I think before I had the 2-minute timer, we probably won't get through the questions as quickly because I was waiting longer for people to answer. So that's probably why I'm running out of questions. So make sure you submit your questions. All right, let's reveal. Let's clear that and get ready to reveal the answer. Where is that answer? There it is. Here we go. I think this one deserves a cheer for the correct answer, and the answer is Mary the First, which I believe was Mary Tudor. Or if you said Mary, I'll give you that as well because it was only been one Mary who's been Queen of England, Mary the First. There you go, Mary. Because obviously there's been two Elizabeths. We've had Elizabeth I and Elizabeth II, who's the current queen. So that's why she's the second, because there was one before her. That's how it works. If someone's had the same name as you before, then you're like the second or the third or the fourth. all that and more. Okay, that countdown Nimmin Live, that's going to stay up there because I've got it up in the top section there. Here we go. Just catching up on the chat now before we hit however many questions we've got left. I think we've got 1 or 2 left. Launchpad says he is talking about Brian G, of course. He's probably lurking right now. Maybe Otis and Oliver with him. Absolutely. I would not doubt that for 1 second. Flashpan says, Mary Queen of Scots. Oh, yeah, I get all that UK history confused, so it probably is. Lily Tree is probably the person to answer that for us. I have no idea if that's the same Mary or a different Mary. Mary. Mary's a common name. There we go. Let's do the notifications one more time. Don't forget that Nimmin Live is starting at 9:30 a.m. Eastern today. Half an hour later than usual, of course. So right after this stream at 9:30 Eastern, make sure to join Nick and Dee for Nimmin Live, happening over there in probably about 20 minutes' time, I believe, looking at the clock that I have over there. And if you haven't already done so, make sure to tweet out this stream and tag me, and we'll give you a shout out. We're going to do one more go around at the Twitter in just a second and give people shout outs. Anyone who's shared this out, and to get the shout out, you need to at me so I can see it. That's the reason why you at me. And the last thing to mention, which I mentioned a few moments ago, was make sure that if you've come up with any trivia questions, maybe Launchpad Astronomy wants to submit a bunch of astronomy questions or something like that, then there's a form in the description below. You can go down there, put your question, the answer. You can do as many times as you like, and we'll use them in the future episodes or the future streams for the Wake Up Show. So that's what's happening. And anybody who submits a question, make sure you put your channel name on there so that I can give you a shout out as I do the question. I think that's how it's working. It's working that way. It worked that way tonight for Super Dave USA, who gave us that Superman question. So big shout out to Super Dave USA for that. Here we go. Let's see. I'm going to jump over the trivia page. We're going to have a look how many we got left. Yeah, I've got one question left, so I'm saving that for a couple of minutes' time. I'm just going to jump back in the chat really quick. Here we go. Let's see what's happening here. Okay, Mary Queen of Scots was a different Mary. There we go. Clarified. Flash in the Pan says Mary Tudor. I clicked on Flash in the Pan's message and I got Studio Geek 32's message. Welcome, Studio Geek 32. That's funny. Starstruck 15 is in the chat as well. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. So it's just tuned in, and he also says I don't have Twitter. That's okay. If you want to share it on another platform, you can do so as well. I do not mind at all. Share on any platform you wish. There's a lot of options when you use the share button there. It tells you can share it Twitter and Reddit and some other ones I've never heard of. So if you want to share it in those unheard of places, by all means. There we go. Everyone's in here. Mia's just joined us as well. Says, hey, everyone. Mia's come in. Probably just waking up after watching Viper Live. What's it? It's Vipe Live now, isn't it? It's Vipe Live. I got to get that right. All right. Let's head on over. I'm going to do the next trivia question, and then I'm going to get to check the Twitter shout-outs one more time. Last time for tonight, we'll do the Twitter shout-outs in just a second. But here's the question. This happens to be the last question of the night because this is the last question I've got lined up. So here it is. What popular movie musical, directed by John Hudson, was released in 1982? What popular movie musical, directed by John Hudson, was released in 1982? And there's 2 minutes on the clock. And I'm going to jump on over to the chat and we'll see if some of those answers start coming in. With the delay, I don't think there's anything yet, but we will get there. People saying hello. Star Trek 50 says, I'm going to make a question and answer stream now. Cool. Studio Geek 32 says, in NJ, which I'm assuming is New Jersey, it's 9:13. That would be correct because you're Eastern time. Super Dave USA is going with Grease. Interesting answer. Popular movie musical fits that category. I don't recall what year Grease came out. I think we had that as a question a few weeks ago about Grease. I think it was about the song. Yeah, it was last week we had the song, the Grease song. It was who sang it, and the answer was Frankie Valli. Starstruck 15 says, I don't know. Chris Conkle Vlogs is in the house. Welcome to the stream. Coming on by. Art by April says Annie. And also Joshua says Annie. So that's two Annies. One Grease. Jess Vander says, I'll go with Grease. It's the year I was born. Launchpad says, I thought Grease was 1978. Something to ponder. See if there's any more answers coming in here. Lily Tree has gone with Annie as well. Sweeney Dunstan Gaming says, "You're okay, Annie?" Oh, that's the timer. Let me clear that off the board. There we go. I'm just going to check for any last-minute answers that are sneaking in. Super Dave says 1978 is correct in regards to Greece. So maybe that rules out Greece. I guess that rules out Greece because we're looking for something released in 1982. And I can tell you that in 1982, I turned 11 years old. Here we go. Time to reveal the answer. Let me clear that. Get the answer lined up. See if Annie is correct or if it's something else. Here we go. Where are we? Let's go with... This is the appropriate one for... If it's Annie, then this is probably going to be an appropriate sound effect. If it's not, we'll go with it anyway. And the answer is... Annie. I pretty much gave that away before I revealed it. Oh, but it's towards the end of the stream. I'm starting to lose the plot. It is just after midnight my time. It's actually it's about 15 minutes past midnight here where I am. So I'm going to clear the board. That's the last question I've got lined up. I had one more, but I didn't put it in for some reason. But that's okay. All right, it's time to do that. Let's do one more Twitter check. Let's see if there's any more mentions. There may or may not be. Has anybody shouted out since Dan Norton? And that's it. No. So tonight, the special shout-outs go to Sweeney Dunstan Gaming and Dan Norton for sharing out the stream on Twitter, and also to anybody out there who shared out on other social media that I don't have set up on my phone to check for mentions. But for Twitter, thank you very much. Anybody who's shared that on maybe Facebook or Reddit or I don't know why, but maybe LinkedIn. Let me know in the comments right now. What's your social media choices? Like, where would you share stuff like that? Would it be Twitter? Would it be Facebook? Would it be LinkedIn? Would it be something else I haven't mentioned? Reddit? Let me know in the chat right now, because that's my question for you right now. I want to know where you like to share stuff out like this. Whether it's a live stream or a video you really liked, where would you share it out? All right, let's move back to a screen that doesn't have my phone on it. So I can reset my phone. There we go. All right, let's see what's happening in the chat. Discord, says Chris Conglevlow. That makes sense, yeah. I don't know why I didn't think of Discord. I actually have a Discord. Have I put the link for my Discord? I must have, because I had a couple of people join it. I haven't really got it going, but it's set up. And I think somewhere at some point I dropped my Discord link in a description somewhere. I don't know where it was. I think it was on a video, actually. I don't think I've got them in my live stream thing. So one day I will officially launch that. But there are a couple of people in there already. But I'm on Discords with all those people already as well. So, we talk over on the Nimminati Discord, different places like that. All the people come up with Discords. Let me know whose Discord server is your favorite as well. That's another question. If you have a favorite Discord server, let me know which that is. Which creator's Discord is your favorite. So nobody else has come in with anything in the chat there. Everyone's quiet on their sharing of... they thought, well, yeah, we'll share it somewhere. Or maybe you get old school and get the link, hit the share button, get the link, and email it to people. Let me know if you're still an email sharer. Hey, I work with people who still, hey, here's something I found on YouTube, and send me a link in an email. It's like, oh, okay, email. And let me know if maybe Facebook is your site of choice there. Because I'm surprised people haven't dropped Facebook. Predictor's giving me a time check, so that's good. Going by the time we've got up here, which when he posted it probably was around 6 minutes. That was 2 minutes ago. Oh, Joshua says he's a total email sharer. There we go. Learn something new. People using email still. I'm on a few email lists for creators, but I haven't really got mine going yet. Although I do have some places where I can capture email addresses. But I'll get that ramped up when I've got something to offer that's a bit more substantial, where I'll get people on an email list. Lily Trill says carrier pigeon. That's one way of sharing. If it's a live stream, then it might reach the destination after the stream's finished, unless it's like Nick and D Nimmin, whose streams go for hours. Maybe the carrier pigeon will get there in time. Says Doug, that picture of you on the monitor behind you, which is talking about this one here, which is the thumbnail for the live stream, by the way. Looks like you either saw a ghost or you saw D. Well done. Well done. Chris Cogglevlog says, I have so many Discord servers. I like them all. Yeah, it's a good mix of Discord servers. I try and sort of, I have to cull them. If I join a new server, I'm like, I got too many servers in this list. I need to, the ones I don't really use, I have to cut back. That's my prerequisite. But yeah, I've had to cut a few back. Like, I'll never go on that one. Let's get rid of it. Home Slice, welcome to the stream. If you've been lurking, thank you for hanging around. What about message runners in World War One? That's one way of getting a video out there by message runners. That's pretty old school. Like that movie with Kevin Costner, the mailman. He's delivering the mail. But horseback, like Pony Express. Oh, that's wonderful. Well, we're going to be wrapping things up in just a few minutes, but make sure the most important thing to remember going out of this stream and into whatever you're doing on your Saturday morning or afternoon or whatever time it is where you are, is that Nimmin Live is coming up in a matter of 7 minutes or so, going by the clock on my computer, at 9:30 a.m. Eastern, Nimmin Live with Nick and D Nimmin. So head on over to the channel of all channels. Let me drop that in the chat for you right now. But I don't think I've still got that link clickable, but I've just sent it across. And before we forget, I'll drop that link also to the Google form. Seeing I didn't drop that in the chat before as well. So that's there in the chat. So you can head on over to Nimmin Live at Nick Nimmin, youtube.com/Nick Nimmin/live. Excuse me. And you can submit your trivia questions. Let's go to that screen. There I am, and I'm on there. There, I'll drop the link in there for the Google form, so you can go straight from the chat if you want right now, because we're wrapping things up. That's one way to do it. And Hewson YT, indeed. Thank you, Shelby's Corner. Everyone's saying hi to Mia on the laptop now. Hello from very warm and sunny Florida. Let me go there. Saying hi to everyone there. Mia's just getting all settled in, but hey, Nimmin Live's coming up, so I think getting settled in on your laptop or computer is the way to go for such a long stream. That's the way it's always going to go. So anyway, let's jump on over to here. Let me finally say thanks for coming by and hanging out, doing some trivia. Make sure you get those trivia questions and answers coming in on that Google form, because I appreciate that. It'll help make sure I fill out each live stream with brand new, fresh trivia questions, and don't have to. I don't want to. My goal is to try not to repeat. I like to have new questions, keep them fresh. So keep them coming. If I get lots, then we'll include a bigger portion of user-generated questions than the ones I source myself. So that's always good. It's always good. So remember, we go live roughly 1 hour before Nimmin Live starts. So if Nimmin Live has a variation, and sometimes we start a little bit later, like tonight. We started probably like 20, 25 minutes later because they were starting half an hour later. So keep that in mind. Sometimes the start time for this stream will be varied, but it's usually around just before 8 a.m. Eastern, maybe just on 8 a.m. or just after 8 a.m., depending on what Nick's schedule is for Nimmin Live. But his is usually 9 a.m. Eastern anyway. I think I've covered everything I need to discuss. So make sure you head on over to Nick's stream right now, and I'll catch you later.